my building.
So you mean
We
to
oversee every
so you
federal
mean to
facility.
tell me
This
over
is all federal property.
so you mean to
Are you good?
I'll put you on citizen's arrest.
ahead.
I'll put you on citizen's arrest.
Hey, brother.
What's up?
Do me a favor. You can record outside all you want to, but you can't record inside the space, man.
That's not what this says right here.
41 CFR.
No. This is the post office. I'm not in your building. I'm at the post office.
But it's a federal building.
No, it says it right here. It has a section for photographs. Photographs for news purposes, which I'm engaged in right now, okay? He didn't give me a chance to explain it. He's calling you.
Okay.
So, yes, on your building over there, yes.
This is all federal property.
This is the post office. This is approved by the postmaster. You're not going to trample on my rights. I'm not interfering with anything here. I wasn't even speaking to anybody. I'm working on a news story, and I have permission to do this. I have done this hundreds of times. This is not the first time. I know about the law that you're talking about. That applies right next door.
No.
Not here. This is the post office.
It applies to every federal building.
No, it does not.
Yes,
No, it does not. There's a section. So are you going to ignore this? No, listen, I'm asking you, are you going to ignore this? Because I'm standing by the rules right here. Poster 7, rules and regulations about photographs. It says that I'm allowed, and you're willing, because of your ego, you're willing to trample on my rights, right? And ignore the rules, which are right here. You're not even postal police. Yes, I know you don't. But you're not even the proper guy to be here.
Yes, I am.
No, the postal police is supposed to be here. Now, look, I'm not trying to give you a hard time, brother. I have the right to be here. I'm sure you know
You do
this.
have the right to be here.
So, and photograph.
You do not have the right to vote.
It says it right here. We have freedom of the press. You took an oath. Do you know about
Press
paparazzi?
credentials.
Oh my God, you're asking me about press credentials, brother.
You said you're press.
We have freedom of the press. It's our First Amendment. You're asking about press credentials, so we the people are the real press here. I'm not here to argue with you, but you need to understand that this is the rules from this spot right here.
Okay.
So you don't tell me what to do. First of all, go by the rules. Call your supervisor, please, respectfully. If you're willing, before you're willing to make the wrong decision, you know what I'm saying? So yes, you are. What about the rules?
I do with you guys
So
all the
look at the rules. Do you know that if I go to jail, if you trample on my rights and you take me to jail, right? And I'm clearly proving right here that the postmaster approved video recording in lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums.
With permission.
No, permission is on other pictures may be taken with permission of the supervisor, such as in restricted areas. As long as I'm in a public place, it's in black and white. Right here, you can't really tell me what to do, brother.
Right, so
respectfully.
The difference is
There's
that
no difference. There's no difference.
This whole area.
There's no difference. This is the post office. This is the rules right here. If he doesn't want me filming, tough luck. He doesn't have that privilege. He works in a public building. You guys, the same way that you guys are filming us with cameras, it goes both ways. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just standing up for my rights and the rules, which are right here, brother.
He's not right.
Yes, I am. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
He's not.
Citizen, I am right.
So let me.
I am
give
right.
you a chance to speak your.
No, I'm not going to listen to any unlawful orders. I'm just telling you, I'm standing by the rules, brother. Please call your supervisor if you want.
All he's asking you to do is to listen to him. You listen to
But the thing is, he's saying I'm wrong. I don't want to listen to the nonsense.
Just get his cardio back.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. How are you gonna go again? Bro, I'm going by what the paper says right here. How are you going to say no, that's not true?
Because the 41 CFR.
That doesn't trample on our First
You
Amendment.
asked me a question.
Yeah,
You're
I'm not in your
allowed to
building, bro. This is
That's
post
not-
off. This is a post office.
That's not my building.
So you mean
We
to
oversee every
so you
federal
mean to
faci-
tell
we
me
oversee every
so
federal-
you mean to
Are you gonna let me finish?
Go ahead.
You're asking me a question. You're not even letting me speak. We
That's
oversee-
because you're giving me wrong information, brother.
Ah, bro. Are you gonna let me finish?
Yes, go ahead.
We oversee every federal facility that is owned or leased by GSA.
Good.
This is owned and leased by GSA.
Good. You're making sure that people don't break the law. You're not here to make sure that people don't exercise freedom of the press, which we have the right to. Do you know about paparazzis? People hate them. There's not a license to be a paparazzi. I don't need press credentials because we have the right to film. That's what the First Amendment is about. You took an oath to this. You're a federal agent. You're federal police, brother. So the rules right here. I'm going to read them again for you. Photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums. Even the auditorium, if it's used for public meetings, if the auditorium is used for public meetings, so I can't just go into an auditorium, but
I don't care if it's on
I have, you don't.
I know they do it everywhere.
Listen, brother. That's a
deal
very
with these guys all the time.
that's a very particular mustache that you have there, brother. But I have to tell you, you need to focus more on the rules and our rights. Yes, you take care of your mustache real good. So we just need you to read this, brother. How you doing, brother? Okay.
Hey, how are you, sir?
What's up? This guy's my friend. Okay, so you called my friend. Thank you so much. Are you the supervisor?
I am.
Oh, bro. You know. I think we're good enough, so I can give you a hug, right?
Of course.
There you go. I know this guy good enough. Okay, so, brother, nice guy. You're lucky to have this guy as a superior, and so am I. So am I, because we met not long ago.
Oh, cool.
So look, I went into a federal building, right? And we have what is called what? Public area and restricted area. I'm in a public area of the post office. I have the right to be here. Not only I have the right, but the rules from the post office, which is right here. Now these are different rules from DHS. I know DHS has laws and stuff that say that I can't film past the, we've been through this. So, but the post office has the rules and regulations governing conduct on postal service property. We have a specific section for photographs. And here we go again. It says photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums when used for public meetings, except where prohibited by official signs. So, I have the right to be there. We didn't see each other here. Where did we see each other at? Las Cruces? Huh? Albuquerque. Yes. That's what I'm like, yo, what are you doing here, brother?
Yeah, we took care of all of northern New Mexico and the Texas Panhandle. But as we stated before, if the tenant, in their certain areas, if they don't want to be videotaped in certain areas, then they've got the right. See, but that's per the tenant.
That's it. Yeah, but this guy, he has to go by what the boss, the tenant. This is what the tenant is saying when it comes to photographs. So, although I understand that it sucks as a man to be wrong, brother, we had a citizen that said, yo, he's right. I was right. I'm right to be here.
I'm glad you studied the law.
Bro, what are you talking about? This guy is viral on the internet for doing the right thing. Yeah, but you're going to be viral you're going to be infamous. It's for the wrong thing. We have the right to be here as long as I don't interfere.
In the lobby, foyers, and corridors.
Correct.
Right, that's not a lobby or foyer.
No, what is that?
That's
That's the lobby of the post office, brother.
Right,
You see, your ego won't let you admit that God does things for a reason. And this guy is a God person. Okay? God does things for a reason. You would have taken me to jail if you had, if what was your name? I forgot.
Commander
Commander Carrillo. Bro, and because of my experience in your body language, you had me cornered up right here. Although I wanted to be by I wanted to be by the rules so that when people, like yourself, don't want to be rude, but come and tell me otherwise and start threatening me with unlawful orders. People like us, the real people guys are supposed to protect. We don't take orders from you unless we've broken the law. Mm-hmm. Now, there's secure areas. Yes, you have to secure that. Make sure that that's safe. The post office, they have postal police. Yes, you have more than jurisdiction to be here. You absolutely do. And probably, I don't know if the same or more than the postal police. But how long have you been a police officer and don't know that we the people, even after you said you've dealt with people doing these videos so many times, how don't you know that it's absolutely legal, brother? This is like elementary stuff. And you're a police officer, bro. You look how many clips you got right there. 1, 2, 3, you got a taser, a gun, a whole bunch of other pockets. You got a knife, pepper spray, German Shepherds. We just have a camera, dog. And you're coming over here with all this gear The average citizen would feel threatened, bro. They're not gonna want to exercise their right. Yes. No, of course it's sad if you're giving them unlawful orders. I'm not here to, bother you or anybody in any way. Can we go back and be mad about it and said that, you were wrong?
I'm not wrong.
Oh, so I'm breaking the law. Okay,
Yes.
take me to jail.
It's
Take me to jail.
not-
Are you gonna arrest? You're gonna allow this guy
Let him finish.
to arrest me for video
Okay,
recording?
but now, let me just explain something to you.
I could cite you.
But sir, but let me just hit this one.
Yeah.
See, the key thing that we've explained this to you, the tenant, which
Yes.
is. well, let me
Yeah, they're
finish.
saying right here that I have the right to.
Right, but let me finish that.
That's the tenant right here. This guy this guy doesn't make the rules. He's just an employee. He also has to follow them.
Right.
And I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the guy that made the
Okay,
complaint.
but let me. but I
That's
gave-
not nice.
You wanted
But I gave you the right, I gave you the right to go ahead and speak now. Give me the right. Give me that opportunity, because that's the kind of relationship we have. Like we talked about.
Absolutely,
before,
absolutely.
We follow the golden rule. We treat each other the way we want to be treated.
Absolutely. I remember
So-
the golden rule.
Yes, sir. So one of the key things is that this tenant, once they have these doors, but let me just finish though. This tenant here, the postal service, they're telling you here that they don't want to have any, because they've got to give you something in writing. They got to give you.
They
this is
don't.
coming
This
in-
is they already have. It's poster 7. It's right here on the wall. It's in writing. So just because he doesn't want to be filmed and you were about to arrest me for video recording.
Yeah, you got arrest site release
For-
for recording inside of a federal facility.
This is the post office. I have the right to do it.
It's a federal facility.
Yes. And who finances the federal facility? The
In
people.
tenant space, you're not
It
allowed
says
to film unless
I am.
unless you have permission.
It said
from the
I
agency.
do. It's poster 7. It's in writing right here. Did you know that if we take this to court, you're gonna look real bad, brother?
We can find out.
Why would you want to take it that far when the rules are right here? It says,
If you want to take it to court, we can find out. I've dealt with you guys many
yeah,
times
you want to
before.
arrest me.
We've dealt with you guys many times before.
Look, I'm not dealing with you. You're dangerous. You're a dangerous person. You're a dangerous person. I have the right to video record, and I have the right to criticize. And I'm not here. I wasn't speaking to anybody at all.
You don't have to be.
Exactly. I have the right of freedom of the press.
So you're not speaking to me anymore.
But I really have to get to your heart because you don't understand,
I
brother.
understand.
No, you don't. You're saying I'm wrong. He's saying I'm breaking the law. I'm not breaking the law.
1 second though. So again, because we have a good relationship.
Yes.
Out of professional courtesy.
Absolutely.
So the key thing is that the tenant here, which is the postal service, they politely already stated, once they got past these doors, that's their lease space.
This is public area.
No, I-
brother, I go around. I need you to understand that I have done this for 4 years. I go to federal buildings 8 to 5 every single day for 4 years. Okay? Sometimes we come across situations like this, but 95% of the time, they respect our rights, brother. So you need to know that I'm not breaking the law. The post office, brother, it's a public building. No, yes, what you're saying applies in private places. Anywhere else, brother. And I wouldn't look, man. I'm not here to break the law, brother. The last thing I want to do is, be kidnapped by him. You're not a bad cop. I know that. He would. He was gonna take me to jail for video recording.
No, I wasn't.
You just said that. I'm gonna replay
Said
it.
arrest site and release. You can replay it. Arrest site and release.
So you're gonna.
That's not
What does that mean?
We're not done. We're done.
Okay.
So the key thing is that if the tenant here.
But they don't have that privilege. That's my point, brother.
So the key thing
Carrillo.
is that if the tenant has asked you, and just remember, based on these doors here, once we pass this threshold here, this is their lease space.
That's not how, they're not leasing anything. This is a federal United States post office. It's
So-
owned by the people.
Right, I get
So
that.
this is a public building, just like the city hall, just like the any other public place. Plus, we have a set of rules right here that clearly state it. And then you said, well, if they don't want you there, that doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. That's why we have paparazzis. That's why we have freedom of the press. When people don't want to be filmed, they need to create privacy. How do you create privacy? You go into private property. You know what I'm saying? You create privacy however you want. Just like
Let me ask you a question then.
yes.
How does-
Just like you guys. I can film right there in the entrance.
Right. So,
You know this.
yes, and we've talked about that.
So you enforce federal law. They can't. They're a federal agency. They can't go over you, who are actually here to protect us, brother.
So one of the key things though, that you're welcome to, film in public areas, foyers, public lobbies. However, once you go into their lease space, you have to have a written consent.
We do.
from
It's
the
right.
stakeholder.
We do. It's right here. It's
So-
poster 7. Look, rules and regulations, brother.
It says the same thing as
Yeah, it's the same
everything
thing
else.
as.
It says it's rules and regulations, and it has a whole section for
So what does it
photographs.
state though? Can you read that to me?
Yes,
I'm
it says I can film in public areas,
Okay.
and the only place where I can't film is where it's posted, where it says you can't film, or other pictures may be taken in private
Okay,
areas.
let's get
Yeah,
closer.
yeah. Look, photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums when used for public meetings, except where prohibited. You see, by official signs or security force personnel, which is you guys,
Or,
court order or rule,
but let's go here though. Or other.
or other
authorized
odd personnel, or federal court order or rule. Exactly. So
Other photography may be taken only with the permission of
Correct.
the local postmaster or installation head.
correct. Those are other than in entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, and auditoriums. I have a whole list of places that I could be. I'm only in the lobby. So I mean, and trust me, brother, I don't want to be here the whole day either. But I just want us to understand that I do have the right to be here. The rules say that I can. The postmaster, you said they have to have written consent. I do. And this, just because this guy's the one that's complaining, doesn't give him full authorization of, there has to be an investigation on this, because the rules are right here. I'm standing by the truth, brother.
Right, so hold 1 second, okay?
Yeah.
Let me just speak to the manager right here.
No problem.
Hold 1 second.
You're just a tyrant.
Okay.
You're a tyrant. You're a tyrant. Okay,
We're done talking,
I bet
remember?
you
We're done
don't.
talking.
I bet no, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
We're done whenever I say we're done.
Okay,
So, can you tell us what the Third Amendment is? I bet you don't even know that.
I'm done.
I bet you don't even know
I'm
that.
done talking to you. On my own account.
What a
not on
shame.
your account.
What a shame.
Yep, it's a damn shame.
It's a damn shame that you took an oath to protect our rights and you just wipe your butt with
What's
them.
sad is that you don't know what you're doing.
Who pays your salary?
Not you.
Not us. Oh, okay. Out of nowhere. I'm not a U.S. citizen.
What's your name?
Oh, what's your name?
John Markham.
John Markham.
Yep.
How long you been here?
A long time. All my life.
And you didn't know, and you're a full American from birth.
Yep.
So am I.
Yeah.
So you didn't know that we have freedom of the press. You asked for credentials. Do you know what that is? You know how embarrassing that is to you?
Is it?
Yes.
You're in a federal building,
So what? What does that have to do with anything?
so you can be identified.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, yeah. You are the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
Guys, what you're witnessing right now is ignorance at its best. This guy has nothing better to do than to trample on the Constitution. He decides to work for federal police and then tramples on our rights left and right, doesn't know about the Third Amendment, doesn't know about the First Amendment, freedom of the press, doesn't know how to read, right? Because there's a section right here for rules. It says rules right there, and a whole section for it. What are you here for, brother? Why don't you work private security? You do a better job at that.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Why don't you do that?
Appreciate it.
Because trust me, if I needed private security in my property, I'd definitely hire you, because you're the first guy to say, hey, what you doing? Get out of here, da, da, da. Why? Because I'm the king of that place. Here, we're all the bosses. And as long as we don't break the law, you, sir, you're under us. You work for us. I'm not here to bash you in any way, but it's true. It's true. You don't know about our First Amendment. You really made it to be a grown adult. I was gonna say a grown-ass man. And you still don't know the basics of your job, which is to uphold the Bill of
I
Rights.
know the basics of my job. But
It's
I'm not
freedom
here
of
to
the.
entertain you.
You said I was wrong. You said that I need press credentials. You know how funny that is? Do you know how funny that is? That you don't know this. That's embarrassing. You're highly suspicious. Your behavior is highly suspicious. How am I supposed to trust you? You're supposed to be a federal cop. I'm supposed to feel safe with you, and you don't know anything about our freaking rights. So, and you were willing to arrest me too.
Yeah. Yep. Arrest, cite, and release.
for our rights.
For your rights, for
For,
violating the 41.
no, you're violating. You could get arrested.
No.
I'll put you on citizen's arrest.
ahead.
I'll put you on citizen's arrest if you try to if you try to trample on my rights. And I'll complain on you with the FBI.
Go for it.
You know what the
I already
FBI
gave you
is?
my name.
You know who the FBI
Go
is?
ahead. I gave you my name. Go ahead.
Do you know who the FBI is? Those are the ones that are going to be coming to see you.
Go ahead.
If you illegally.
Federal Protective Service, 7 Paul 713 Markham. Go ahead. Tell them who I am.
Okay, I sure will.
Appreciate it.
Hold on a second, sir.
No problem. It's looking a little bit good for me, I think. Hey, it's all about our rights. This guy is butthurt. You know, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to be in his position right now, I tell you that. He was gonna arrest me. Oh, for taking pictures, and he said yes. Oh. So we're good, right?
So this is the key.
Okay.
So one of the most important things that the postal inspector did state is that past these doors here,
Have a good one, man. Call the FBI.
I will.
Okay.
I will. Enjoy your walk of shame.
so the key thing is that I talked to the manager and I've explained that in a public area, you're allowed to film. In a public foyer, you're allowed to film. And as long as this is a public area, you are allowed to film unless there's something posted by the agency, by the tenant, with a lawful, regulation and or stating that you need the consent of.
I like that.
As long as you're being professional, but you know what you're doing. You're basically filming us to try to.
I would have been on my way already.
See, but the key thing about it is that to them, they saw something that looked suspicious in nature because you're filming our security personnel. But at the same time, it's because this is your job. You're trying to get a rise to see what type of violation you can get. However, the key thing is that. Like
How do you think I'm trying to get a rise by just filming?
May I finish now?
Oh yes.
See, and one of the good things about you and I is that we've always talked.
Oh, yes.
We could come to a mutual agreement.
Oh yes.
And because that's what.
That's what this is about, you know.
Right, and that's why we get humility, and we stay humble, and we keep each other humble.
Absolutely.
But the key thing about it is that at this point, you're welcome to film, as long as the postal inspector says otherwise, or they have something in writing stating that you cannot film past this checkpoint.
Awesome.
But there's nothing in writing stating you cannot film, so sir, you feel free to film. And the only thing I ask is, just as long as you're not causing a disturbance, not being disorderly, and but the key thing about it also is that the officer,
He was wrong.
he's trying to do his job.
He was gonna arrest me, bro.
But
He was gonna take my freedom.
Well, actually, he's just taking based off of what the customer, this federal tenant, told him. He's going by their report, and when they reported it to my
You
office,
can't just go by one side.
So-
You gotta check both sides. This guy almost took my freedom, brother. You know the relief I got. I'm sure you know. I'm sure you know the relief I got from seeing you, brother. And I would never thought in a million years that I would see you again. So I apologize for doubting you, first of all, because I thought you were gonna tell me, you gotta go. He walked out in a very coward way.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate
Awesome. People love this guy. So he walked out in a very coward way. Real man, like I was telling Tapia. We Latinos know for a fact that when we're wrong, we admit it. I never say I'm always right. I never say I know everything. But I always make sure that if I'm wrong, and I know that I'm wrong, I will be like, okay, you know what? I take ownership of that. But I don't want to file a formal complaint on this guy, but because I know for a fact that you do your job so well that you're gonna have a word with him. But I can only imagine how many people have probably been arrested because he said he's dealt with this all the time. And then a citizen came over and said, no, he's right. He's helping me. And he's like, no, he's not. Dude, even though this is my job and I do these videos, don't you think I'm still in some sort of fear when a guy like that is shouting out unlawful orders is terrible. I'm gonna go ahead and get going. Commander Carrillo, right?
Carrillo, yes, sir.
Commander Carrillo, I really, really feel that you are a great example of the police officer that we need to have in America. I hope that you can continue working many, many years for our federal government, because there's nothing better than what you're doing right now. Like, you just saved me, you educated the post office, and you saved this guy from disciplinary actions.
Well, he's a great officer, and the key thing is that just remember one thing though. See, we get called by somebody, this time it was the Postal Service, stating that they had suspicious activity. So he has to investigate suspicious activity.
But he didn't.
Because, and one of the key things though, but you gotta remember, our job as Homeland Security, ever since 9/11, we investigate any type of illicit, criminal, suspicious activity, because we're trying to avoid another 9/11, of course.
Absolutely.
So he came because they said you were specifically not conducting business within the Postal Service, just filming our screening process at, here at the next door, the federal building.
Yeah, he didn't even know
Which-
that he was requesting press passes. We don't need that. Only if I can give those to my employees. I have press passes, but the whole point is that we teach people that those are some optional. That's optional.
Thank you.
I don't want to take much more of your time. I really, 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 really appreciate you, brother, from my heart. And a lot of people leave good comments about you in the comment section. Some people, there's always people that disagree, agree, disagree. That's what this country's about in our First Amendment.
And I'm glad that you're neutral, because at least you're not only trying to focus on the negative,
Absolutely.
but also showing some of the good.
There's nothing more refreshing than to have a positive audit. I wish those audits will get the attention that the negative ones do. Unfortunately, that's not the outcome. Most people want to watch terrible things. I don't know why, but with the more that we spread love and unity, and we educate each other on certain things, the better country that we're gonna have, and the better world.
We need to preserve our
So
country.
God bless you. God bless you. Keep up the good work, and keep upholding the Constitution, brother.
Thank you. God bless you too.
You take care, my
Have a
friend.
good day.
Tapia.
God bless her.
God bless you, my brother. Keep up the good work. Oh yeah. Shout outs to Commander Carrillo for upholding the Constitution. I nearly got arrested by a tyrant cop and saved automatically by the supervisor. Only in Auditing America. We'll see you later. Peace.